Now that we discussed the challenges of finding the state of the art in psychology, we will turn to a practical solution, the use of a very precise and complete keyword profile. A keyword profile is a composite literature search. See it as a key to unlock complex literature databases. A simple example is this keyword profile, used to find the literature about stress responses and headaches, with several keywords or phrases for stress responses and headaches. Why would we use keyword profiles? First of course, to get a complete review of the state of the art with respect to your research question. Then, keyword profiles are indispensable for so-called anarchistic databases such as psychology. It's also very practical. You can update your knowledge every week, every month, and every year. Also very important, a review is a piece of research in itself. It's a study of studies. That means that other researchers should be able to control and replicate your search. And ideally, keyword profiles should be included in all reviews and introductions of empirical articles. Last but not least, it's very rewarding. You will be the specialist in your particular field. And every time you update your search, you refresh that specialist status. Let us now look at some other examples. The first is about the possible link between pimples and stress. After typing in acne in the basic search window of Web of Science, you get over 20,000 articles. With stress, you get nearly 2 million. But together, you get 398 articles. That's quite a lot. Let's see how we can reduce it. If you choose only articles and reviews, you get 374, and with only English language articles, 346. Be aware that nearly always, most articles that you find will be irrelevant. In this case, I guess that between 60 and 100 will be relevant. Relevance means that they are roughly about your topic. You can later determine actual usefulness by reading the full texts. But what about other stress response keywords, like negative emotion, negative affect, anger or anxiety? Are they useful? When adding negative affect, I get 401. That means 3 more than with stress alone. But to find out whether they are relevant, we have a problem. It's very difficult or tiresome to detect 3 new articles in the 401. And here an important strategy comes to help, the so-called isolation strategy. Let's see how it works. You combine acne with the new keyword negative affect, but exclude the initial keyword stress, and then you find exactly the extra 3. You can now easily check whether they are relevant, which by the way was not the case. With negative emotion, we don't get anything. But anxiety-related keywords yield a lot, an extra 214, of which probably 30 will be relevant. And with anger-related keywords, we get 10 extra. Thus, this so-called isolation strategy helps you to easily test out new keywords. Start with trying out a first obvious keyword, in my example stress. Then test whether adding alternative keywords yields more articles. If so, test their relevance using the isolation strategy, which works by isolating additionally found articles by excluding those that were found by the already approved old keywords. So, test the new keyword while excluding the old keywords by using a phrase with not and then the old keywords between brackets. Inspect the relevance of the isolated additional articles. If the new keyword yields additional relevant articles, add it to your old keywords, which will later become your final keyword profile. If not, discard it and so on, slowly building a perfect profile. Clearly, this strategy makes your work way more efficient. You avoid repeated, redundant reading, sifting through all articles again and again for each new keyword. A more complex example. Does unconscious stress have effects on your body? I started with keywords related to unconscious in red, the stress response in green, and the bodily or physiological variables in blue. In her PhD research, Melanie van der Ploeg soon found out that there were many more keywords related to unconscious. She used the isolation strategy to test out each of them. With my initial keywords, she found more than 600 articles, amongst which 192 relevant ones. After trying out the new keywords with the isolation strategy, she found 200 new articles, including 59 relevant ones. Each keyword that added relevant articles was added to the old keywords. If not, it was removed from the pool. And with the new useful keywords, the black ones, included in the profile, we ended up with 251 relevant articles. And by now, also the certainty that nobody in the world knew the state of the art better than we did, which, believe me, is an amazing feeling. So, I hope you have a pretty good understanding now of the importance of advanced literature searching, especially using the keyword profile and the isolation strategy. I want to end by reminding you that by using these techniques, you will become the specialist in your own area. And isn't that a dream that we all have as scientists? And isn't that what we are expected to be? I wish you success.